Now, do I want money? Sure. That's what I want. What if the offer was to me?
I don't follow women.
Follow a woman.
I'm not going to do it.
Not even at this point?
Nah.
If the job offer was to you, you would take the job. And I said, I'll drop everything and I come with you. But then if the job offer is to me, then you would not give it up?
No. And if a woman don't want to support me on a mission like that, when she going to also financially benefit, hey, look, you're not the woman for me.
Save the marriage, build up the saving.
Welcome to the True Love Journey podcast. Welcome to another episode. I'm your host, Mario.
And this is May.
My co-host. And today's
welcome to our new home.
To our new studio, yeah. This is like our first. Yeah, this is actually only our second episode.
Our first one up here.
Yeah, recording in the new studio.
Well, don't get us wrong. We still need support.
Yeah, we need mics. We need another camera. I'm gonna jump into today's topic. Okay, here's the scenario, and I'll put it on the screen so you guys can read with me. You have a job that requires you to travel a lot, and it makes $225,000 a year. Your marriage is suffering because of the job. And in parentheses here, it says lack of communication, lack of understanding, attention, and trust issues are occurring. There's a 75 to 25% chance that you can save your marriage by working the other job positions that require you to stay in the city, but they make only $70,000. Would you take a pay cut to save your marriage, or would you say, the heck with it, let the marriage go up in flames? And she wanted me.
Yeah, because I have only one answer. You say you have two train of thoughts.
Yeah, I do.
And you can go either way. So
yeah.
we'll indecisive. So we'll let you go.
It's more than one way to think about this.
Okay. Now answer it with like thinking about if the job offer for you or if the job offer was for me. Does it matter?
Yeah, it matters.
Okay.
So it says that the job requires to travel a lot. At the beginning of our relationship, I actually was traveling a lot. Put quite a strain on the relationship. And we don't argue. We didn't have arguments then.
No.
We don't have them now.
We don't.
We're able to communicate very effectively. So, and that was a problem.
But it got harder and harder as we developed more love for each other.
Yes, but here's the thing. We're talking about $225,000. Now, last week, I actually looked up these numbers. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I looked up the majority. We kind of know, like we've heard these numbers regurgitated a lot in a bunch of content online now, right? The top people that make over $100,000 is about 13% in the U.S. and about 14% worldwide. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think that was as of last week. Now, if 13% make $100K, right? And in this scenario, we said $225,000. I looked up the numbers. After $200,000 and above, that number precipitously declines to about like 1%, 2 or 1% or something like that. So that means that this person would be in the top 1% mm-hmm. of earners in this country and in the world. Okay, so then they said that would I save the marriage? And I would, and I'll tell you where my two trains of thought come. But would I take a pay cut to $70K? Now, if I did the math, right, quick math. A decline from $225,000 to $70,000 is $150,000.
That's a major thing.
So let's just say you were making the $225,000 and you bought a house. You have when people they don't adhere to like living beneath your means in this country. We know that to be true, mm-hmm. right? So if you're making $225,000, I don't know why women would sit here, and I think it's a bunch of baloney that they're saying that they would like want their man to give up that kind of salary when only 1% of the population or whatever, if we're being generous and saying 5%, why they would want to give that up. So my first train of thought is this. Why would you make your guy give up that type of lifestyle that could create some type of financial security for you, for your children. And how come she couldn't travel with him? If you're making $225,000, he can afford to put her on a plane. He can afford to kind of like have his family with him. So that's one train of thought. It shouldn't be, it's an ultimatum, oh, you need to quit this job and take something that's making $150,000, because the first person that's going to start complaining about that downgrading lifestyle is going to be the woman.
Yes.
Okay. That's my first train of thought. My second train of thought is this. Money ain't everything. The first time I started making $100,000, I was working in the oil and gas industry. It was the first time I had ever made six figures. And it took me away from home for a long time. During that time, it taught me that money is not everything. I was missing a lot of things with the kids. And, I really valued the time with my kids. So that bothered me. And then that's when I realized, like after the third or fourth year in a row that I was making, six figures, that, hey, money ain't everything. I'm missing my family. Like I'm not getting a chance to spend time with my children. So, we also not talking about $150,000 shift either though.
Yeah.
But
then what if you didn't have a kid?
Then you're going to have to come. If I didn't have a kid, that's a no brainer.
What is it? No brainer.
I'm just going to pay for you to come stay with me wherever I'm at. It's $225,000. And if a woman don't want to support me on a mission like that, when she going to also financially benefit, hey, look, you're not the woman for me.
Now, a question for you. What if the offer was to me?
I don't follow women. I think the woman should follow her man, but
then what if
hold on, let's break this down.
Okay.
To answer your question.
Yeah.
$225,000 for you? Okay, what's the scenario? What's the criteria?
I mean, let's just say you're making $70K and then I'm making $70K here.
Okay.
Now I have the opportunity to go somewhere else that I can make $225K.
If we're together, $140,000 is not a bad income. We can survive.
Okay.
If we were both making 70 in that same scenario, and they offered me $225,000.
But 255 was 255, right? Or
no, 225.
It's almost 100K more.
But at $140,000, we still actually in the top 13%, and we can live a pretty dang good lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, I wouldn't take the 225. If both of us made at least 70, I wouldn't take the 225 because my family and what we're building is more important than money. In my example I just gave you about when I made the six figures and found out that money wasn't the most important thing, that changed my view on the way that I view money.
So my whole thing was that 225 is more than me and your income both put together. It's not even the same. It's more than what we make now together. So if you have 225, if you have a job offer 225, I'm just going to quit and I'm going to come with you. Now, maybe for a year or so, not even a year, for a couple months, I might not have a job. But then wherever you're at, I'm just going to find a job. Why not?
Team player, baby. Now, I didn't talk with you about this. So
because I didn't want to alter your... But you already had two train of thoughts. I didn't want to mess it up. But then my whole thing was yes, we'll take the job and then we'd travel together. Save the marriage, save the thing. Build up the saving.
First of all, I don't understand. If you're making $225K, y'all shouldn't be arguing about nothing. You should be arguing about what kind of gazebo and outside deck are we gonna build.
So now I know home. This
225.
Man. But then I know that was if you had the job offer.
Yeah.
I'll drop everything. I'll come with you and I'll find a job wherever you're at.
I'm not going to be away from you. Just like, again, money doesn't mean anything. Not mean anything. It doesn't come before my relationship. Right.
Now, do I want money? Sure. If I can have my money and my relationship both together, that's what I want. I
wouldn't follow you if you.
Yep, that was my question because I know you don't follow a woman.
I'm not gonna do it.
Not even at this point.
Nah, I mean
it's 225. We can go together.
It's 225.
You can get a job from there. Why not?
Let's put some things into perspective, okay? for me specifically, I can't speak for all men, but let's speak for me, okay? So taking me for example, I have my family here, right? I've moved closer. Like I used to stay very far from them, like an hour drive. Like that was with no traffic. Everybody in Houston know how that is, right? But now that I stay close to them, we spend more time together. My kids are able to see more of their family, their uncles and their grandmother, right? That means a lot to me. Family means a lot to me. And then also, as you know, new studio, I produce music, and we have a band together that we do music, we travel, and we release records. Now, I would not want to give all that up for when I'm already blessed. Like,
so wait. You just said that if the job offer was to you, you would take the job. And I said, I'll drop everything and I come with you.
Would I save the marriage? And I would. My second train of thought is this. Money ain't everything. Pretty dang good lifestyle.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, I wouldn't take the 225.
So you would be okay if the job offer was to you to leave your family, your studio, your whatever
no.
to go. But then if the job offer is to me, then you would not give it up?
No. I didn't clarify.
Oh, okay.
I'm
because
sorry.
I was confused.
I actually just didn't mention it. But
okay.
After I left active duty in the Navy, I actually did look around at some different states that would be good to live in. I checked the economy out. I checked on real estate prices to see, okay, where can I get the most bang for my buck? Where can I have the most employment opportunities? But this is my home. And it just so happens that we do have a great economy as well. And a lot of job opportunities and a lot of affordable real estate.
But the $225K means that there is a job opportunity somewhere else that is more than here.
I'm getting to your point. I get those offers sometimes.
Okay.
But when I left active duty and I made the decision, I didn't have kids at that time. But I told myself, I seen what happened to families when they get split up or get sent off or when they're away from family. And I made a promise to myself that I wouldn't do that to my potential family, although I didn't have one at that. So I had made a decision that once I moved back to Houston and I decided that was where I was going to make my home, that was going to be my home base, my hub. Now, I did end up getting a job that required me to travel. But once I got done with travel, this was my home. It was where I came back to. So at this point, all the things that I've built here in this city, I would not take the 225 because I'm not leaving my kids. I'm not leaving my family. I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving the things that we have built here. Money isn't
so
everything.
As of right now, it doesn't matter if the 225 offer was to you or to me, you would not take it.
No.
$500K.
No, I cannot be bought.
$1 million.
I cannot be bought. But I will say,
you're really telling me that if somebody offer you $1 million,
I'm going to answer your question.
You're going to say no.
Here's what I would do.
I mean,
hold on.
I would go and buck the money for a couple years and then come back.
That's what I was going to say. Now, we had a conversation
I would
about
not say
this
no.
before. No, we had a conversation about this before. When we have anything dealing with big money decisions, you and I sit together and we talk about it, right? So what I would do, I would say, look, babe, I got this idea. I want to retire us. So how about we put our head down, right, for like 2 years. We'll put a time limit on it. We'll make $2 million. Really, I would just say $1 million because realistically, you're going to spend some of that money to live and all that. We're going to make $2 million. We'll come back with $1 million. We'll make, if we can come back with
if it's $2 million, we don't have to spend $1 million.
We can live on like $30,000 a year. And then we can come back with 1 point.
We spend $100,000 that one
we
year.
1.9 million. Okay, I would do something like that. Let's do 2 years, take this job, and then quit. Come back, I can get something else.
But I would do that with that. Even with the 225 though.
225 is not enough.
I would go for a couple years.
It's not enough.
You know what though? The way I think about it is that yes, I love my family. I love everybody here. This is my home since I came to America. I never been anywhere else. I never lived anywhere else in America other than Houston. But if that is the opportunity for me to build a legacy for my kids, I'm taking it.
I'm not going. I'll tell you why. I've already spent time away from my family. I've already spent time away from my kids. I know what that's like, which means, and I made a lot of money doing it. But guess what? That money didn't substitute me missing football games and me missing soccer games and me missing whatever it was that I missed.
Then why are you going to do it with $1 million then?
We talking about $1 million. For me to move,
so
let me just tell you.
For $1 million,
I'll tell you what it would take for me to move.
Okay, for $1 million, you're okay to lose the soccer game and the football play. But for $225, no. So you put a price on it.
I would petition. First of all, for me to move at all, it's going to take something like $500,000 for me to even consider.
So your price is $500,000.
And they would have to relocate me and all my family.
Okay.
That would have to be contingent.
I mean, like they're giving you money. You can relocate yourself.
Nope. That would have to be part of the deal. $500,000 salary. And you pay for my relocation. And
I mean, like realistically, that doesn't work. I mean, like relocating. No,
hold on. I'm saying,
especially like for example, like me and you have kids from previous marriages.
Yeah, I would petition to take my kids with me.
Yeah, and you know that the answer for that is gonna be no.
Well, that would be enough money for me to travel back and see them on the same kind of like I'm seeing them now. I could do that. That's enough money for me to do it.
The $225 would be enough for you to do that too.
It's not enough for me.
No, it will be enough for you to come back every 2 weeks.
Maybe.
Why not?
Maybe. It's not enough for me to pack up because the time that I'm away, again, I'm also going to be away from my family. I'm also going to, I value the time
I'm coming with you. I don't know what. Yeah.
Well, so we.
And then we have enough money to bring people over, like once a month or so. No. Like your mom can come visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you said people. I got a big family. We can't do that.
Oh, like so. If every 2 weeks we're coming back here because of the kids, you can also see your family.
Yes, I can.
So there's no problem with that.
Yeah, that will work.
$225 is more than my income with yours combined. I'm gonna quit my job. I'm coming with you. I'll do some job over there. I will find a job over there.
Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. There are some parts of this conversation that were cut out, personal details. If you want to know those personal details, go ahead and follow us over on at Patreon. It's patreon.com/True Love Journey. And as always, we got one camera here and we got a couple mics, but we want to have
a camera here. I haven't seen it. Oh, that little shiny thing over there is a camera?
She always talking about my camera. We do need other cameras and, with lenses and stuff, and that stuff is pretty expensive. So thank you so much for watching. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us, and we do not take that lightly. We very much value your time. But if you would like to support us, you can do that on Cash App via what you see on the screen, True Love Journey. We thank you, and you guys leave comments, give us feedback on what you think about the show, and if you have something that you would like to talk to us about, or a video that would you like us to break down for you, where can they?
truelovejourney.podcast@gmail.com.
Okay, you'll see it on the screen. I'll put it on the screen. Okay, peace, blessings, and prosperity. Take care. See you guys in the next episode.
Bye.
We out here, baby. Out back, Tennessee. No, I'm just kidding.